Hello everyone, this is Peter. Now, today is June 28th. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share the link for our stream. Okay, give me one moment. Okay, so today Tesla went over 200. Um, so during the stream, I already set up the selling price for Tesla and Nvidia um, for the calls that I had. Tesla got sold. So Tesla, now I don't hold anything, but Nvidia is not hitting 200, no, 125 yet. So I'm still holding Nvidia. Okay. Now, the PCE number was in line with the expectation of the market. However, I think the market is not too happy because it's not really, going up. I'm still holding the puts for HIMS. I'm thinking, well, hoping that it will go down a little further, slide down a little further today, but we'll see. Okay. And I don't want the QQQ. What do I want? Let's go to the market. Let's look at what is popular today. Nike. Okay, NKE. I really personally think that Nike is so undervalued right now. It dropped from 94 to 78 after earnings. And I really think that Nike is severely undervalued at this point. If you look at 1 year chart, it's the lowest. 5 year chart, the lowest was $58 in 2020 during COVID time. Um, I really think that Nike is severely undervalued after the earning. However, you know, that's me. That's just me thinking. Nvidia wants to go up and touch 125. My average cost for Nvidia is 1.8, so I set it up at $2, but it's a long way to go. Even from 125, I think it has to go one more dollar. I think the sellers want to push Nike lower, which is what's happening now. Hmm. There's no there's no real bounce. Like it was from 77 and then went up, then down, but then not much of a bounce really. Okay. Um, Forget Nike. It's not really moving either direction. This is a penny stock. Tesla, Trump media, maybe DJT? So DJT popped and now it's being shorted. The movement is actually good because it's moving anywhere between 37, 38 to almost $40. That's $2 move up and down. HIMS is dropping down again. That's good. Hmm. Now it's stuck, not moving. Wow, the spread is gigantic. Okay, I'm not going to touch this because the spread is almost 40 cents. The spread is too much. I'm not going to touch it. Okay, I'm going to look for another stock. Maybe MU or AMD. MU or AMD. Oh wow. Look at Nvidia go. 126. Look at MU go as well. I'm going to buy calls. I'm going to buy calls on the pullback. Okay, Tesla, I'm not holding anything, so I'm going to actually change it to something that I think might be interesting. All semis. Hmm. AMD is trying to break the resistance. I think AMD will be able to do it. But if AMD does it, then Nvidia will run. MU is doing pretty well. It's been pushing up. 137. Hmm, interesting. MU is running without a real kind of pullback, but it actually dipped in the morning. Like it dipped a lot in the morning. Nvidia, oof, it almost went down by $1. Okay, AMD pushed up. MD is having a really good day. 166. Okay, so there's the micron pullback. I need a pullback like to here. Ooh, it didn't pull back all the way. Demand is so strong. Look at that go. Oof. It didn't really pull back. It just flew by. It just went past. I have Nvidia set up at 1 point, I know 2.0. It just needs one more tick from here. Oh, no, 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 no. Just one more tick. Oh, man. I was so close. I just needed one more tick. It'll come. It'll get there. Semis are having a really good day today. Okay, so I've exited my Nvidia positions because semis are having a really good day. I might consider going back in. However, we need to write our book first. Okay, so Nvidia actually bought one more, like 10 more calls. Uh, so these two I didn't settle yet. This Nvidia I sold for two. Tesla, uh, actually got I actually got 10 more. 0.8. Okay, okay, and I sold at 2.2. Okay, so this I've updated, and I'm only missing these two. But realistically, what I'll do, uh, I have I have two positions that I need to write off. Okay, to close. Okay, so I close my HIMS position. I sold at 0.16. Okay, and PLTR. Realistically, this is zero because Palantra is way, way up. Yeah, it's way, way up. Realistically, it's zero. So I lost it all, and today I net zero. Okay, so I need some wins. I need some wins. I wanted to enter Micron, but it didn't really pull back. Oh man. Now, AMD is going at 3%. So I think at one point the semis will probably pull back, but I don't know when. So I'm going to look at the ETF, SOXL. It's also having a really good day. AMD really wants to go, eh? But the resistance is almost at 166. I'm going to look for a volatile stock that has a really cheap premiums. But SOXL is looking juicy too. SOXL. Oh, wow. Nvidia continues. That's crazy. And AMD continues. I think I might pull back at one point. You cannot just run all the way up, especially if it goes from 123 to 127. That's a $4 move. Okay, I'm going to hop on the trend. Let's see. Oof. Hmm. It's very close to the resistance. Two times. And I think AMD looks tired too. So I'm going to see. I'm going to wait until it gets tired because today is the option expiry day. So um, I know there's like a push-up movement, but I think at the same time, when it pulls back, it will pull back pretty hard. Okay, so there was a question. About DJT. So DJT opened. So there was a question. Is there any noticeable movement after US presidential debate last night? Um, I'm going to say it. So I think there's downtrend movement for DJT. I think there are a lot of shorts happening, and still has a long, long way to go. Okay, so I didn't want to touch it, but hopefully, oh, the spread is still like 40 cents. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm not touching it. Oh wow, it wants to go. It wants to keep climbing up. That's crazy. I think it's overextending. Let's look at this guy. This guy is recovering. Maybe, maybe bet on this guy. Looks like a good entry. Looks like a good entry for HIMS tool. But like this guy, SOXL, the semis are like non-stop. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is ridiculous. There has been not even a single pullback. It looks like a short recovering. Okay, there's a pullback. There's the pullback. So before I was talking about how oh, there's a mini resistance 166. Yeah. And now right after I hit 166, it's pulling back. Now I don't know it can go past 166, um, but there's some heavy pullback. But that's the third time trying. That's the third time trying. And every time it was trying, there was this really big, gigantic green candle that came up. Wow. It makes the it makes Nvidia look like a penny stock. Like when it drops hard, like ridiculously hard. Wow. Look at this. Wow. Now, if you look at SOXL, the movement is ridiculous. It can go up and down $4 easy. Look at this. It went from 54 to 58. That's $4 off of 54. And that's close to 8%, 8% move because it's mimicking 8 times of all the semiconductors. 3 times of all the semiconductors. I don't know if I want to buy calls. Hmm. I don't know if I want to buy calls because AMD is at resistance. I don't know if it can penetrate or not. And also, AMD ran close to 4% today. I think maybe it's a little better to bet on QQQ, but then QQQ is also all-time high. QQQ is all-time high. Okay. Okay. There comes the pullback. I think if it pulls back from here, it'll be very severe. Okay, this guy's running. HIMS. It wants to run. It wants to run. But this company, the financials were very strong. Like it's growing at almost 40% quarter to quarter. So I wouldn't be surprised if people find this to be an opportunity to load. I think it should try going up one more time before it falls. Every time it falls, especially in the strong market like this, it tries the previous high before it falls. Okay. Nvidia didn't try yet, but AMD tried how many times? Like one, two, three, four. It tried four times to crack and then it couldn't. So it came down. But because the Nvidia didn't try the high yet, I'm thinking maybe it's going to AMD is going to try that before it could potentially fall. Now let's look at the bank stocks. How are the bank stocks doing? The Canadian market. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. It recovered. Hmm. Yeah, look at this. There's a lot of strong buy activities happening for BNS, the Bank of Nova Scotia. I can't explain what it is, but the chart looks weird. Like, look at this. It goes up rapidly. I'm thinking that these might be the short sellers. So they go up like this, trying to cover, and then it shorts again, and shorts again. But the stocks didn't really go down, so I'm guessing that now it's kind of doing the recovery. So it's buying back. Shorts on the Bank of Nova Scotia didn't work. It's on the way up. Mm, but the problem with the Canadian bank stocks is that they're too slow. Okay, HIMS. Wow. Wow, this is a very nice recovery. Very nice recovery. I think it's all shorts because when they recover, it shows me this kind of tracks. So I'm guessing on the semis, it was also the shorts covering. think it's going to try to short this stock again. Uh, or it might just recover all the way up. Who knows? I just need one good trade for the day so I can end the day with something other than $100. Because to me, it's just like meaningless. It's wasted so much time for nothing. Okay. There might be a chance here. If it pulls back from here, I'm golden. I'm going to go over to AMD and then going to buy the puts 166. Oh, it's penetrating through. Okay, so I entered the put position right here for AMD. I'm betting that it will not be able to penetrate through and come down. My guess is because AMD ran 4% today, it's a little bit overextending, and also it's right at the resistance line. But I only entered a very small position, only like 5 contracts. So even if it goes to the other side, I'm okay. Yeah. Whoa, what was that? Wow. Okay, it wants to rip higher. A lot of selling pressure. SOXL looks weak. Looks weak. Okay, it's falling down. From the SOXL, it just broke the trend. It was going up slowly, right? And then it broke down. So it broke the trend. But let's say if it wants to recover and continue the trend, but it looks pretty shaky. It looks pretty shaky. And I think the market overextended a bit. QQQ was at all-time high. It's a rough position. It wants to try again. I'm looking at Nike. It came down to 76. It continues to go down. There's no buying movement whatsoever. Wow, this is so sad. This is really sad. I'm just looking at Nike. Um, yeah, I'm just looking at Nike and I'm thinking, should I buy this for long term or does it have a chance to fall even more? Because it's currently trading at the same price as 2018. Um, and I'm going to share this with everybody. Okay, so historically, historically, Nike is current price to earning ratio is 28.8. Okay. And usually if I draw a line, in 2018 when the stock was crashed, which was the lowest point, it didn't last long until it popped up again. But then it's because of COVID too. But what I'm thinking is maybe it will come down to this point, 20, and then people will buy up again, or maybe the earnings will go up higher. because I looked at the financials. The forecast is not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Because it's just dropped. 120. Mm, maybe people are betting that it might go down to like 50 bucks in 2000. That's the resistance, 50 bucks in 2017. But if it becomes 50 bucks, it puts almost the stock price going down by 70% from the highs, 163. Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. I think there's more room to go down because at this point, people might be thinking, oh, it went up by 4%. It has more room to drop. So if it cannot go up, it cannot go through the resistance, then I'm selling. This is a pivot point. If it drops below, mm, then it could be a free fall to like 160, 164. So that's a dollar more. So I think something is happening with the GME. I don't know what, but oh, nothing is happening with GME. It just looks like a cumulative. It looks like something's about to shoot up. Something is about to happen. Wow, look at that. The moment I said something is about to happen, look at this. That's crazy. Okay, so entered calls at this point for GME. I don't know what it is, but something is happening. Something is happening or about to happen. There was a cumulative stage where it was kind of like going down, but all of a sudden there was this huge pop and then another huge pop. I can't explain what it is. It's just, it looks like something is about to happen. Something like this that had happened a few days ago. Could be a short squeeze or it could be just a option, like people buying and selling options, but something is about to happen. Okay, my target is 164, a little bit more. That's about 60 cents more. Okay, so I cleared my options, my put options for AMD at this point. Um, the reason being is the ETF is getting close to the resistance, and I don't want to, just to lose the profit, although it's a very small position. So I'm just going to take profit here and possibly wait. I'm going to log this again. AMD, that's only like how much? The That's only five positions. I bought for 0.59. I sold at 1.2. Okay. So there was one trade. Yeah, I knew it. Something's happening. So 25.88, 26. So I bought 26 call. Wow. It's going through 26. Wow, this is crazy. Something is happening. So just now, um, it went up parabolic and now it just hit the resistance from before, which is 26. Um, would it pull back or would it continue or would it like what would happen? Usually, if this was like Nvidia or AMD, any other stocks, I would have just sold it at 26, which is the resistance. But knowing GME, this is very funny stock. Because when it goes up, it goes up to like $30. So I just think something is happening. Don't know what it is. Maybe a short squeeze or something, but I caught it just in time, like here. Yeah. I think AMD wants to try one more time at 166. Mm, I don't know how it'll go. Okay, never mind. Something was happening and then it's dropping down. 6.75. So just from the technical side of perspective, although like the fundamental wise, I don't think there's any meaning to do the fundamentals for GME because I know the company just turned profitable. However, um, because this has been a target for all the meme stocks, people don't really take it serious. Like the traders don't really take it serious. They don't want to look into the actual fundamentals of the company. But the owner has been trying to reduce the expenses and trying to revive the company after buying the shares. Now, keep in mind that the CEO actually bought the shares when the shares were very expensive, like hundred something dollars, and now it's trading at. So the CEO bought the shares at around like this stage. Okay. Now, let me just do a quick technicals. Okay. Okay. The technical is actually showing that it's time to run. William percentage, yeah, the demand, MACD, momentum is strong. The strength, the relative strength is not quite there yet, so it has more room to run. Hmm, 3 months. Yep, it's just starting to go back up. It's kind of recovering, but it's not on the green side yet. Okay. RSI, it's right in the middle. For 3 months, it doesn't look weird where it could go. 1 year. 1 year is it's telling us that it's about to pop. 2 years, it's also telling me that it's supposed to be going up. Mm, same thing with 5 years, 10 years, 10 years. Did the stock even exist 10 years ago? So there was a pop on uh, one day. Hold on. Let me get rid of all these indicators. So after it popped, it's being shorted again. I don't think this is the retail selling or institution selling. This looks more like short selling. It's very similar to this. The reason why it doesn't look like a retail selling, the retail selling looks more like the retail selling looks more like this. The reason why the retail selling or buying looks more like this is because the market makers, they have certain number of shares every single time the stock goes up or goes down. So it's not like there's no people to buy if people sell at the same time. It's like a stepping stone. So every stop it's like 50 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares. So if the retailers start selling because they're not really holding, um, $100,000 shares all at once, it doesn't really create these large candles. These large candles are created by large orders that are greater than, let's say, 100,000 shares. So every time there's a drop like this, like a big candle happening, these are not retail selling. These are because you're dropping the price from 74 cents to 50, almost 60 cents, 14 cents. Now here, this is retail selling, retail buying. Shorts are not doing anything here. But this, because it dropped all the way from 26 to 25, that's 40 cents. That's 40 cents in, what, like 2 minutes? That's institution or short selling. Also, I entered a call at this point here, but because the stocks have been going down for the last like 5 minutes or so, um, my premiums got burned. The IV died. Okay, while it's doing that, let's see. Okay, so I have to go. So what I'll do is I'm going to just write GME 20 shares, bought zero point 0.4, sold. I don't know yet, but I'm just gonna write it off. Okay? Because I'm going to keep it no matter what. Like I think something's about to happen. So I'm just gonna let it write. If nothing happens, nothing happens. If something happens, it'll go for me, right? Okay, now I'm going to share this on the group chat. And that is it for today, folks. If you have any questions, always remember to leave them on the WeChat. Oh, not WeChat. What is it called? WhatsApp. Yep. Okay, so that's it, folks. AMD keeps dropping down just like I predicted. It could not go past 166. A lot of people, because they have 4% gain throughout the whole day, they want to get out. They don't want to hold it over the long weekend. Well, over the weekend, long weekend for me. So that's what's been happening. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to keep an eye on GME. Something that has happened here. These are retails buying, yeah, but something that has happened here, it's making me somewhat suspicious that something is about to happen. It could happen today, could not happen today. I don't know. But I'm betting, like I put $800 just in case. If it does happen, then it could go up to like 26.64. If it happens during the day, then great. If something bigger happens, like what happened here in 2024 May, yep, it could just go up parabolic. Okay. All right, so that's it, folks. I will